we are live. We're going to try this again. Welcome everyone to the Hennessy Performance League booth, and we are officially live now on the channel.
Nice.
With me in the booth, we have Jackson Altman, the Red Bull owner. Jackson, say hello.
Yo, what up?
We're at Monaco, night race here tonight, so obviously a little bit something different as we already have two cars coming out on track. That's the Alpha Tauri, our last week's winner of Gary in the Red Bull, or the Alpha Tauri, excuse me.
Yeah, so obviously, first one out on track. Not really a risk of maybe someone spinning in front of you and you have to slow down to avoid the person. So it's obviously good when you can get a clean track ahead of you to get a clean lap in.
Can you hear the cars? Oh, there we go.
No, I cannot hear the
I
cars.
paused it and did it back, and it
Oh,
works
I
now.
can't, no. I was wondering what was going on.
Streets of Monaco. Just you see how tight this track is. Don't really have the time to make a mistake. You really have to be perfect throughout this entire racetrack. You can wreck out at any corner.
Gary about to start his first lap. No ERS on. It looks like he might have forgot to enable it.
Oh, this is going to be really close. Side by side. I don't think he's on a hot lap because no
I think he
ERS is being
is.
used.
I think he forgot.
He might be, but you just have to.
Oh,
Maybe he is on the mediums. So
yeah, that's interesting. Movement hit the wall, starting the turn one of his first hot lap. So he's gonna have to come in probably and repair his wing.
he's coming up to a Mercedes in front of him. Oh, Gary hit the wall a little bit.
I think he's
Oh,
got
Gary
some
hit the
type of
wall
damage.
again. Yeah, he does have damage on the right side of
Right
his front
side,
wing.
yep. But he's still gonna finish his lap, but obviously this is not gonna be a good lap.
113.6. Not that bad for losing a wing, but now you just gotta get it back to pit road without wrecking it and go again.
Oh, speed blows through the chicane on his hot lap. Validates the lap.
Yeah, Speed really wasn't planning on doing the race at Monaco, but obviously with only 10 drivers, all 10 will get points. So, just kind of have to capitalize on the mistakes that people will make.
Yep. Like Jim's on a decent lap. Purple sector one. He's a shot at winning this race, I think.
Did not shift up to 7th until really late into that braking zone. The Ferrari driver got good points, P4 last week. Just consistently inside the top 10 every race, and that's kind of just what you want in any race, just a guy that can consistently get points, not make a lot of mistakes, and just be there at the end.
Yeah, obviously good. Points, obviously in F1, only top 10 get points as opposed to NASCAR. It's a 12.6, but points are hard to come by. So anytime you can get them.
Oh my
Oh!
god!
Who was that?
I
That was
think that was,
small.
yeah,
On the intermediates.
good lap for Jim, goes to the top of the board, but Yeah, good lap for him. Gary's the only one that set a real lap, small on those intermediates, just to go out and make sure things are okay with the car, make sure there's no issues with his wheel. I believe he's on a wheel.
Yeah. G goes second, but yeah, the intermediate tires, it also makes sure everything is right. But sometimes going onto your second lap, if you can have a delta and it's green, it can give you a bit of a confidence boost. So that's another reason people go on wet tires or intermediate tires on their first lap.
Yeah, a lot of guys on intermediate, so we don't really know the standard. Logan on a lap. Nope, Logan's going to come in. Didn't set that one lap on intermediates as a delta. KD on a lap.
Mike G up big.
KD fastest sector 1. That was a really good sector for him. I believe that was an 18.4. Just watch how on edge these cars are.
Mike G improves his lap. Not enough to get P1, but respectable time.
That's a sector 2 for KD. Oh, he hit the wall a little bit. Oh, he hit the wall again.
In the later part of the lap, so it shouldn't affect him too much, especially with those first two really fast sectors.
This will put him on to pole 1:11.6, a whole second faster. Good lap for KD in the Mercedes.
KD making his first start in the league. I've raced with him in other leagues. Quick driver, and he was interested in racing tonight, so happy to see him here.
Gonna get on board with movement here. Intermediate still hasn't set a real lap time, but only 10 minutes left, so this is pretty quick track, so you have to you want as much track time. Obviously track position is the most important in this race, and you just gotta you just gotta get as many laps as possible.
Yeah, not sure if running a bunch of laps on intermediates is the way to practice, though. I believe Bostic's starting his first hot lap.
Really deep into that corner, into the hairpin.
Solid chicane.
Yeah, nice and tidy lap here. Just get one lap in, and then you can kind of push a little bit harder. Once we get, if he doesn't blow the corner,
oh
wow.
Here he comes. Coming to the line. What will his time be? 1:15, above the intermediate drivers.
He almost bended into one. Yeah, but solid lap. Just get the banker out there. Then worry about obviously trying to improve on here or there. But solid lap for the Ferrari. P2 and P5 for both Ferrari drivers as of now. I believe Speed Racer in the Williams started his official first lap, not one time said invalidated on his first attempt. Oh, he almost spun out there. This is not a track to be standing up for, and I believe he is right now.
Oh, that's a 4 for a sector. So maybe he's just trying to get heat in the tires. I'm not really. Car looks very unstable, so maybe a setup issue. Maybe his tires are cold or something. So obviously trying to get that fixed. Oh, and
Oh my God! Oh my, I looked down. Mayhem. In the Mercedes, Speed just didn't get the lap, just pushing a little bit too hard. That messed
Mayhem
up.
has to avoid.
Yeah,
Even though
that
he's
slowed
ghosted.
him down.
I think it slowed down both of the Mercedes drivers. Katie was on out at that.
Mayhem goes to P5, cuts the track though. Yep, that's how you do it.
Yeah, that's an interesting. I think he tried to get super close to the wall, but hitting the wall does not gain time, and I think he probably scrubbed off like a couple hundredths by hitting the wall.
Yeah, we're gonna go back on board with KD just about. Oh, he cut the track.
Mike G, I think, is having a solid lap right here. Yep, moves him up to P2.
It's a good lap for Mike G. In the Williams. Obviously, his teammate wrecked out, so Speed will be starting last.
Something's going on with Mayhem. And the other Mercedes, I guess he's just trying to get to the pits.
Gonna go on board with Small. He's the next guy, the final guy to officially set a lap outside of the inters. He's got a purple sector 2 coming up to less than 5 minutes now. Final corner for the McLaren. Can he do it? Can he go pole? P3, 12-1.
Gotta get it back to pit road, give him a new set of tires on the car maybe, or continue this lap.
But yeah, he'll have enough time to get back out there. Jim on another lap. Was 2/10 faster in the first sector, so gained a lot of time there. Just has to really hook up this straightaway into, in my opinion, the hardest part of the track, just because of that wall coming up to it now. That inside could clip you, then missing the, make sure you stay on the track, and then into the really fast part of the track where your car can get a little bit loose. It did there. 5/10 up for the Ferrari.
Nice middle sector there. Had a bit of a issue.
Wait, wide.
Oh, that's gonna cost him a lot of time.
110, 111, 112. He improves. KD out of the session. I don't know if that was on his own.
Track.
Okay, so that must have been. I think he did that on his own because I believe there's.
That's what I meant. He retired on track.
There's a Mercedes coming up too, and I believe that is KD.
Yeah, it's gonna be frustrating for Jim because the rules do state you're not allowed to retire on track, and I think Jim had to avoid the Mercedes.
Gonna get on board with Gary now. Gary finally setting his time. Still has the ERS off. think we should let him know.
Maybe, or he. Yeah, I don't know. This is. Oh, Jim crashed out.
And that's the thing we were talking about. Just getting it back to pit road. There's no need to push.
I think Jim was on a hot lap. I think he hit. I think he hit his left rear on the inside wall. From what I saw from the spot he was stopped in, that's what it looked like probably happened.
Jim is streaming, so we can look at that footage if needed. Gary flying through the second sector and now into the final sector. The shortest part of the track and probably the most tough consecutive set of corners. Goes to P5, improves past Logan Aim. Logan Aim's starting his lap now.
Yeah, looking at the stream of Big Jim, he actually hit left front onto the inside wall into the chicane coming out of the tunnel. So,
Logan.
I guess he's just moving out of this guy's way, but better hope this doesn't disqualify him.
Yeah, Gary was not on a lap, unfortunately. He now has turned on his ERS after the notification, but he won't have enough time, so this has to be the lap.
Yeah.
And the
Bunch of guys
race,
starting the lap.
breaking news, the race, or the pole sitter, KD, has to leave the race.
Oh.
So he will, I guess, start P1. We'll just have to talk with the stewards to see if he gets 10th place, essentially. But Gary coming across the line now. Mayhem has left the session as well. Gary did not improve.
Not good for the Mercedes team.
Logan really good through Sector 1. Is that purple? It's not, but a 10th up on his time. 13.1 the Aston Martin has. Yeah, one thing I've noticed as the timer runs out, if everyone's not on a lap, Movement, Mayhem, Bostic, they will start 6th, 8th, and 9th respectively, unless Logan Aim can improve into Aston Martin.
Logan up a second.
He has a chance for pole here. It just depends on the final sector. Can he do it in the Aston Martin? A little bit deep into the second to last corner. Into the final corner now.
Here he goes.
What's he going to do in the Aston Martin? He comes across P2, which will be essentially P1.
Well, let's see what Mike G can improve.
Mike G, 1.5 tenths down, heading into the final sector. Has time to make a 4 tenths down now. Oh!
So he's really going to send it here.
That was a decent final set of corners, a little bit wide into the last corner. Can he improve in the Williams? He can't. P3, small. He's not on the line. And that'll do it for qualifying. KD takes the pole, but Logan Aim will start P1 for the race due to KD leaving. Just got word that Mayhem, his internet shut off, so he unfortunately will start P8, 2.6 seconds behind, but luckily for him, the race will start him in this as an AI, so even though he might not be able to start off the race, still has a chance to be in this race. That's why I like this game over heat. Even if you like lag out, it's not the end of your race. Obviously, you'll lose a bunch of time, but you're still in the race. And at a track like Monaco, it's very important.
When the driver speed racer is I think he's distracted right now. He's going at it with electric in the chat. So we'll see if
Yeah,
he can get himself in the right state of mind for the start of the race. Because at Monaco, you need to be locked in. You can't have any distractions.
standing or sitting, he will have work to do from last place. But everyone gets points, so obviously you want to capitalize on races like this where not everyone shows, but you still gotta get to the finish. Obviously not a 50% race, only 27 laps here, 35% race. Mayhem has joined back, so I believe he will have enough time to start the race.
Yeah. I don't think it'll load in right in time. I don't know. We'll have to see.
So we're coming to the 5 red lights here at Monaco.
Away we go.
And away we
Gary
go,
didn't
yeah.
go.
Gary did not go. I think we did remind him that there was no formation lap. Logan Aim leads, KD in second.
That's going to disqualify him from the race.
Yeah, disqualified. Wow. Unfortunately, that's just not really anything we can do since he was not here. But Gary will finish P10 in points.
That gives me flashbacks to Watkins Glen and Xfinity about 2 seasons ago. Gary just wasn't there on the restart and caused a big wreck.
Yeah. Soap's joining the lobby. Movement in P5. Mayhem in
P6.
P6.
Pass. Oh, Mike G backs
Small.
out.
Oh. Mayhem is lagged out again. Small might be the only guy that can stop Logan Aim if he doesn't get
contact.
hit. Someone's going to wreck out in front of the field, and it is not going to be good. But now, lap 1 has completed 26 laps of racing.
Oh my god, movement on the wall.
Movement hit the wall. He has no front wing officially, so he will have to pit, but look at how much downforce the McLaren loses. He'll just be happy to make it to pit lane without wrecking the race car, but just look at the lack of downforce. Gary said his game was literally frozen.
That's just unfortunate, I guess.
Yeah,
oh my god, Mike G's out of the race.
Mike G out of the race. Does that bring out a safety car? Brings out a BSC. So at least
Movement's going to be able to pit here.
Yeah, this helps move. He blows the corner. This helps movement out a lot, you know. Able to, and he stays out.
That's an interesting strategy. Oh, so his game froze. It's not like the game froze him. I think it's the game that froze. Or his PlayStation froze. If he can't go to PSN menu.
DRS is enabled. Mayhem is back, but Movement's back as well.
Oh!
Mayhem, what do you do if you're the Mercedes driver? You kind of just got to be patient, but Movement should have pitted a lap ago. He's trying to go for it here. There he is. Oh.
Yeah. I think with no front wing, you have a huge speed advantage on the straightaways because you have no really like downforce or drag that hold you back.
Yeah, Speed's going to try and go for the overtake movement. Blows the corner. Surely the driver in the McLaren thinks it's a pit,
Oh,
but
he's
he
out of the
wrecks out.
race!
Speed almost wrecks out as well. Oh! It might just be survival of the fittest. Movement not pitting hurt him. He should have pit during the VSC. Mayhem up to P4. KD might unfortunately just finish P7.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna get points if he's not racing.
He might
as much
win.
as the Mercedes owner might want the points. I do not think that that's going to happen.
We're just gonna have to see. But Speed and Ballstick. Speed just holding up the Ferrari. Now, Speed's gonna let him go.
And Ballstick in the wall. I think Ballstick's one goal going into this race was literally just don't hit the wall. And that's a wall that he just hit.
Yeah, Speed really struggling. But Logan Aim is going to go back up to our leader. Logan Aim still leads. Small NASCAR in second. Big Jim in third in the Ferrari. Mayhem moved up to fourth. Now it's just survival for all these guys. I don't know if Small sets the fastest lap of the race, or Jim sets the fastest lap of the race, excuse me, on the hards. If you're Jim, what can you do in the Ferrari to get back up into this lead fight? Obviously you're on a harder compound, so you'll be at a disadvantage, but what can the Ferrari driver do to get back in this race for the fight for the win?
I think this track, as I was doing some work in the lab, if you lose about 3 seconds after like 10 laps, you're probably like 2 to 3 seconds off the pace. So I think the strategy for Jim, I know he's on the hards and he might want to run long, but I think it might be to pit early. I think medium tires can make it around 22 laps probably. So I think if he pits around lap 10 to mediums, that'll be like 17, and I think he can make it to the end on those medium tires and pass the guys in the lead because they won't be expecting it.
Jim gained a lot of time. Logan Ames sets the fastest lap of the race. Small NASCAR sets the fastest lap of the race. Jim barely behind, a 14.752 for the Ferrari. They're all pretty equal in pace here. Logan Ames got out to that early lead, but I believe it's a 3-horse race for the win.
Yeah, unless they get damaged, it's someone like Mayhem who's just riding back here. He just survives. He's only 6-7 seconds back of the leader. That's doable because a wing change will take about 5.
Yeah, Logan Ames 2.3 seconds ahead of Small. I think Small is getting in this rhythm a little bit now. Was 2.8 2 laps ago, now 2.1. Can he get up to Logan Ames? Obviously, overtaking is all but impossible on dry tires. Can he overtake the Aston Martin some way, somehow? Logan or Small with another 14.7.
I think anytime about overtake, unless they really want to risk it, I think any type of overtake is going to have to come in the pits. I don't think it's worth the risk of crashing out of the race, but some people might feel differently.
These drivers are bold, as you saw last week with, I believe, about only 8 of the 18 drivers finishing.
Yeah. And also with this, we assume KD won't get points. So it's like 6 people that are in the race. If you crash out, you're not gonna lose as many points. Like you're still gonna gain points as opposed to like a big field where you crash out with one to go, like you're not going to get any points. So I think that could maybe like change their mind. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Yeah, Bostic P5. Um, but yeah, 3-horse race right now, small. Now barely under 2 seconds, or just went over in that corner. But Jim just keeping himself in the fight here on the meat or on the hard tires. Movement has left the session, even though he was already DNF'd, so that doesn't change anything. But Jim just staying in the fight. If he can get within 4 seconds on these hard tires, I believe he might be in the catbird seat. Just depends on how the mediums fall off for Logan and Small.
Yeah. Tires, the mediums, the hards don't really overheat, but the mediums they'll start to overheat. As Small is really gaining time. I don't think Small uses ABS. I never realized that.
Small also not using ERS either, so this is just natural pace.
Yeah, around this track, it is easy to gain your ERS back, so I'd try and stay around 80-70% and use some of that ERS stuff. Try and get in the DRS range. He's in.
He's within a second. Jim also closing the gap to Logan Aim. Him and Small's pace have been the same, but Jim definitely closing the gap to our leader. But now Small in the DRS, but there's only one DRS zone, and that's the front straight. So he's going to have to hope for Logan to make a mistake, as he almost misses the chicane there. He's going to have to make a mistake, and what this will do is this will bring the Ferrari of Big Jim back into this race and fully create a 3-car battle.
Yeah, I'm not really sure not sure if Logan maybe tapped his front wing somewhere and got damaged, or if his tires are overheating, but clearly suffering from a loss of pace right here.
Yeah, Logan has really fallen off. If he can survive maybe 1, 2, 3 more laps and get to pit road as our leader, this will really help out the Aston Martin.
Yeah. When they pit, they should come out into clean air, I believe. I think they'll come out around end of 4th place, right in front of Ballstick.
Yeah, and all this is doing is bringing Jim fully back into it on a harder compound, which will benefit him later in the race, lap 20, lap 22, lap 25, when the checker flag flies, because he'll be a little bit more aggressive. Logan missing the chicane again. Small's going to have a chance here. Does he go for it? No.
Yeah. Logan's tires are overheating, and Small's tires are at a good temp right now. I think that's what the difference is.
Yeah, but I don't know if they're in the same party together, so we don't know if they're going to race it out. Will one let each other go? Will Small pit and do the undercut? Decisions?
Yeah, they are in the party together. It's just them two.
So I hope they race it out. We want to see some organic racing and not people letting, fight if you have to. And so we'll see what happens. Obviously, now it might be friendly, but once it's time to declare a winner, we'll see a little bit more aggressive driving.
Yeah. I think that they could be trying to stretch it out to go on the soft tires at the end of the race instead of the hard tires right now. Jim is there.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Once Small fully got in Logan's dirty air, it's fully brought Jim back into this race. Oh, he hit the wall. Shouldn't have got on board with him.
No end plates missing, which is good.
Unfortunately, I think if I'm Small, if you can't get by him, which is pretty likely on track, I'd just pit a lap earlier. I know the mediums are... I know the mediums are starting to die off, which will bring Jim back into this. But we'll just see how the difference is on the tires. Will Jim become drastically faster? Oh, thank you, Electric. I did not know that.
Yeah, I don't. Small's tires are such a better temperature than Logan's. I think he can afford to stay out. But if I'm Logan, I'm pitting now. I'm not risking a mistake on these overheated tires.
How do you see that? See the little small stream?
The steering wheel. If you look at the steering wheel, you can see the temps.
Yeah, the question now is, when does
Jim pit?
Jim being a little bit aggressive here, going on to the mediums.
I like the call. This is going to allow him to undercut the front too.
Yeah, and it puts him on the softer compound. So if you're Small, if you're Logan, you both have to pit this lap if you want to have a chance. It just depends on how Jim heats up the tires. Really aggressive call. I believe Killer's on the pit box for Big Jim. I like that call. Just doing something different. You know, Logan's kind of holding up Small. Try and be on the aggressive here and try and get by the two through the undercut.
Yeah, I definitely expect them to pit this time.
You have to. You just can't stay out longer. Maybe Small can, but I definitely think Logan has to pit this lap.
But if you're Small, you want to pit before Logan pits.
Yeah, so let's see. Do they both pit? Logan,
oh,
neither
they
pit.
Stay out. I don't like this. Small is getting held up so much right now. Oh, he makes a move.
Small to the lead. I believe Logan didn't really fight that one.
Yeah, Logan hit the wall a little bit.
Yeah, I heard a little crunch. But now the next question: when does Mayhem pit? Does Jim run down Mayhem before Mayhem pits? Because then that could put advantage back into Logan and Small's hands. But you can see Logan 1.4 seconds behind. You have to pit this lap if you're Logan, just to get back even. Even if you pit one lap earlier than Small, just to get back even with him and potentially get back by him.
I think at this point in the race, maybe Logan pit. I think Small can run it out. Maybe get to lap 20 and then box for soft. So the pace you have at the end of the run is going to be so big. But they both stay out,
again.
which is...
Yeah, Jim just eating up. Look at this drive for the Ferrari, just eating up into Mayhem. He was 6 seconds at the beginning of the lap, now down to 2.9, 2.8. But see now,
this time,
yeah, fastest lap 13.8. You gotta, that should be the sign for the top two to pit. But Logan coming back at the McLaren now.
Bostic in the pits. I think he'll go to softs maybe. Oh no, he started on the hard, so he'll go on the mediums.
Yep, speed. Blue flags, letting them go. He is ghosted, so good on speed.
He,
But
he's caught Mayhem.
yeah.
He's getting held
Now,
up.
what does Mayhem do? Does he pit? Him and Jim have a good relationship. Does he pit? Does he let him go? Decisions to be made, but this is what we talked about. Overtake, even though he's drastically faster, not really a lot of overtaking points here at Monaco.
Small pits.
Logan and Small pit the top two. Now, how much longer does Mayhem stay out on these mediums? Jim has caught him. Mayhem stays out again.
Oh, wow, this is really
Jim
going to
has
frustrate
to get by
Jim.
him right here
Let's
on
see
this
what
lap.
happens.
Both of the McLaren.
He's using overtake.
He's going for it.
Oh, he's going for it.
Side touch. Mayhem has to just realize the situation, but now, look.
Small repaired his wing.
Small had wing damage. Logan on the softs, though. Those will be drastically faster. And if Mayhem and Jim keep fighting...
Yeah, he's got to let him go here. Oh, he sends
no
it in
contact!
deep.
Oh, he out!
It takes him out of the race.
Does a safety car? Safety car comes out!
Oh, my God.
You just
that
have
might
to...
be a penalty.
As the Mercedes owner, if you're Mayhem, you just kind of have to let him go there. Not in your race.
Wow. I'm interested to see the chat after the race, but
he said he didn't leave a lane. I get Mayhem. Mayhem's texting me this live. Unfortunately, I have to go on the side of Jim here. You're a pit stop ahead. You're on the fresher compound. Jim stays out. Smart move by him, keeping that track position. Logan pitting again.
Yeah, I mean, I
understand. Pitting again.
Yeah, you don't really lose anything right here, I guess, if you get really, but yeah.
They only went one lap though, and I mean, if you have the tires, you might as well use them, but
yeah. Speed's gonna get caught up in between them though, and that's gonna give Jim a big gap. Because Speed isn't able to pull over until it goes green, and I don't think he'll realize that. I think something bad is gonna happen with Speed. But speaking of the incident, I understand Jim's frustration, but at the end, like, Mayhem is allowed to run his own race. He's not forced to give up the spot. So I think that's just over aggressiveness from Jim that caused him to be taken out. Hopefully Speed pits here. Nice, stays out. Logan pits again? What?
I don't know what they're cooking in the Aston Martin.
He could lose a spot to the Mercedes. I guess KD's an AI, and Logan had wing damage.
Oh, okay. So smart on him. Still on the softs again. So can be aggressive here. He will fall to P4, but KD obviously
maybe
not in the
P5.
race. Oh, there's going to be a little drag race. Nope.
He got him.
Really crucial for Ball Stick or Logan to stay in front of him, but
Yeah, I'm hoping Speed pits right here to let them battle it out. In this lap, they're not going to make it. Logan is not going to make it up.
Logan's going to have to push, push, push.
Nope.
Speed does pit respectfully. But now, Jim versus Logan. Logan not in this race. Just making too many mistakes. Pitting 3-4 times. I know he
Small's
has
on mediums.
Yeah, but he's on 5-lap pressure medium. Or, I believe, yeah, 5-lap pressure mediums. So, he will be on the attack now. 9 laps of racing to go. Now it's just a straight 1v1 fight. Small, if he's faster than the Ferrari, he will have to get by him the hard way.
Yeah, I think he is faster, but I think pitting on the softs there would be... I think that's a mistake, not being on the softs.
Yeah, we don't, but also we don't know if Mayhem wants to send that clip in of Jim. Will that be a penalty? Obviously, you don't like taking wins away if the driver deserves it, but right is right and wrong is wrong. If the stewards deem Jim at fault for that, he will get a penalty.
I think Jim might have just hit the wall.
Yeah, I believe he did. Didn't lose any wing. Still has his wing intact, so still okay.
I'm interested to see how aggressive is Small going to get for the win.
Does he wait, though, knowing that Jim might get a penalty? It's a 50-50 chance, but I think if you're Small, you want to win it the old-fashioned way, coming across the line as the leader. But where do you overtake?
Just got to send it.
And it might wreck them both, and then put Logan Aim as our leader. And then if both Jim and Small DNF, Bostic and Speed can be on the podium. Remember, catching is one thing, passing is another, and Small just kind of equal with Jim right now. Not really closing, not really losing. DRS is finally enabled, so now... Oh!
Oh, big mistake.
Yeah, that'll...
I think he locked up the rear brakes.
Yeah, 9/10 now he lost. All just for that one mistake. Small pushing really hard. Logan Aim not really closing in on those softs behind. I'm just genuinely shocked that the fresher mediums for Small isn't really paying a big dividends now. Small is starting to use the ERS just a little bit. 73% for him, 75, 76 for Jim, even for the top two.
Yeah, it's only 2 green flag laps that were basically run for Jim. And Small did spend like a whole lap catching up on these mediums, so I'd say it's about a 2-lap difference of tire wear, and Small's just, it looks like he's driving scared. He doesn't want to make a mistake.
Yeah, Logan, or I'm sorry, Small got a 3-second time penalty.
Yeah, he's gonna have to try and stay close and hope Jim gets a
We're gonna look. We're gonna see if Jim has any warnings.
He does not.
He does not. So Small's gonna have to hope he gets a penalty here, or pass him the hard way and then beat him by 3 seconds.
Right. Or hope Jim wrecks. But seeing this penalty from Small, I assume Jim will try and He'll slow it down a little bit. Just bring it home.
Yeah, nothing to really gain if there's no penalty. But if there is a penalty, Jim has to stay on the attack here. Slow and steady might win the race for ball stick, but that can't be an option for Small and Jim. We're going to get on board with ball stick, give him a little love. P5 will be P4 since Katie is an AI. Good run for both Ferrari drivers. Masopes will be happy with the run from this team. Remember, Bostic said he wasn't going to win the race or complete the race going the fastest, but just being consistent, just running all the laps, regardless of how you get there, is just the way to go.
Yeah, especially in a field like this, where they're guaranteed points.
You're also going to get on board with Speed, give him a little love before the end of this race. In the Williams, my G wrecked out. Speed P6 will be P5 with KD, obviously, but standing or sitting, still a good run, just surviving. Obviously, Mayhem was ahead of him. Mike G was ahead of him. Gary probably would have been ahead of him, but mistakes. Mistakes for Mayhem, mistake for movement, mistake for Mike G. Put Speed in P6.
Logan with the penalty.
Jim is sideways. This is the closest Small NASCAR has been all race. Does he go for it? ERS is being used. Does he go for it in the turn one? No, he doesn't.
Hard on the brakes, hard on the downshifts to use the engine braking.
If you're Small, where do you think an overtake will be possible? Is it here where Jim and Mayhem collided? That brought out the safety car that put Jim in this position in P1 and Small in P2. Remember, Jim was behind Small for majority of this race until the safety car. Jim goes a little bit wide. Here comes Small. Big opportunity here. There he goes.
Oh, this is a passing zone. He's got to use overtake.
Just Jim defend. Small inside.
Around the
Here
outside.
They go. 2 into 1 doesn't go. Oh,
he
Small.
locks him up.
No contact made. Jim misses the corner again. Into the last 2 chicanes we go. Coming to 3 laps to racing to go. I think that was just good defending there by Big Jim. Make him go around the outside, and then obviously it'll be the inside, but if you're not fully alongside, you can claim that as your corner, but he might have another chance here into the chicane. Or just, oh, no way.
Oh, he takes
no
a peek.
way. No way. No way. No way. Oh, he let him
Jim
go.
lets him go.
Wow. But now it's swapped. Now Jim has to stay within 3 seconds if he does not get a penalty. And if I was Jim, I probably would have fought that a little bit harder.
I agree. I want the win on track. Yeah.
Bold move from Small. We talked about the bold moves later in the race. That was a bold move made right there.
He's getting a ton of time.
Yeah, Jim has to up the ante a little bit. Has to kind of push to stay with the McLaren, knowing he might not get a penalty, but if he stays within 3 seconds, he will be our winner. Two laps of racing to go. 1.3 is the gap. Jim knows how important these are. Only 10% battery left. Small still on 50%. Oh, Jim blew the corner. 1.5, 1.6 is the gap now. 1.8. Oh,
Oh,
Jim!
he cuts.
Yeah, that's a warning, definitely. 1.5 now, but no harm, no foul. Unless he gets 3 seconds. Oh,
In the
Jim hit the
wall.
wall! Does he get damage?
I don't believe so. I don't think that was hard enough contact.
We're on the last lap, 9/10. This is going to come right to the line. Small on the last lap now. Can he stay outside of the 3 seconds? Small must gain 8/10. Somewhere on this lap, he needs to be using the ERS, but he's not.
Interesting decision there.
2.2 is the gap now. 2.3, 2.4.
Jim goes deep again. And again.
2.7, 2.8 now. Just needs to stay 2.9. Small. 8/10 now uses the ERS. 3 seconds is the
Wow.
gap now.
Was Jim trying to cut the corner to gain time?
Jim cuts it, but he gets a 3 second time penalty. It doesn't matter. Going for it is what we wanted to see these drivers do, but it does not matter. Jim might spin out.
Yeah, he's making.
But Small had to overtake Jim the hard way. He's going to come across the line in the McLaren to take the points lead and win here in Monaco.
Wow, what a finish.
Yeah, if you can invite Small, Jim, and Logan Aim into the party, you just gotta wonder if you're Jim with that move to let Small go into the chicane or into the first sector, was that beneficial?
Yeah, wow. Let's see. I want to hear Jim's like reasoning for letting him go.
Yeah. So, recap: Small P1, Jim P2, 3, Caustic 4, P5, Mayhem P6, Mike G.
Yeah, your mic
P8.
is cooked.
My mic?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you can run down the grid then.
Alright. Small P1, Jim P2, Logan P3, and yep, no, I can't even see. KD P4, but he will be disqualified from the race. So Ballstick P4. Who's P5? Speed P5, and those are the only classified finishers, I believe. But then we got Mayhem P6. I don't know who's P7. Who's P7?
Movement?
Oh no. Well, yeah, Movement P7, Mike G P8, then Gary P9 with the disqualification, and then KD also down there with the disqualification.
Did you invite them to the party? Is my mic okay?
Yeah, I think you're good.
We're joined by our winner in Small. Small, just make sure your mic is muted, but Logan Aim P3 has joined. We're gonna go to Logan.
I think you have to make sure it's shared.
Or yeah, make sure your mic is shared in the party. Logan, do you have a copy? Yeah, we could not hear him, but I guess we'll.
He said he's gonna rejoin party.
Yeah, Logan, do we have a copy? We'll just make sure the stream can hear you.
Yo.
Can't hear you. Just gonna make sure the stream can hear you. Yeah, just go to the party settings and then go to allow voice to be shared or something like that.
All right, hello.
Yeah, that should be good now. But yeah, we're gonna get started here. Logan started on essentially pole with KD not being here. Um, got to the lead and then was battling with Small there, and then obviously the safety car came out. So just talk us through like what happened when you pit multiple times there that eventually lost you out on the lead and fell down to P3.
Before the safety car came out, I pitted with small. He put on mediums, I believe. I put on softs, and then went around another lap. Safety car came out. I got wing damage in like the casino turns, and I had to pit again. And I was catching back up to the field. I got slowed down by the safety car, and then I got wing damage in the fast chicane, and that screwed me over really.
Yeah, I think this is a race you'll definitely look back at and say, I definitely could have had this one if you just kept the track position. But Jackson, you have anything for Logan?
Yeah, good finish. I want to ask, when you and Small, you guys were in a party together, did you have agreement to like not not like send it on each other or
Yeah.
work together, or like when he passed you, did you kind of just let him go?
No, I just didn't want to take it too wide there, because I could have got like wing damage or like DNF'd if he like sent it in on accident.
Yeah, that's true. I like the decision.
And I could tell he was faster than me because he like pulled away right away, and he
Yeah.
was catching.
Yeah, but thank you, Logan P3 for the Aston Martin, and we'll see you next week. So we're gonna move on. I believe Jim's not gonna be with us. So we're gonna join. We're gonna talk to
Hello?
our. Oh, Jim is here.
Oh,
Hello.
snap.
I didn't even see you
Hey.
join. Hey, you've
Hi.
had a pretty eventful race. Obviously, uh, just talk us through the first stint there from the mediums and hards, or the hards to the mediums, and then we'll get to the obvious questions later.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I didn't know what I was doing. I started on the hards. I think I asked Mason and Dylan in our chat. I was like, "What is our strategy?" And by the time we had decided on one, the 30-second timer went and I freaked out and I just clicked what was available. So I went to the hard to mediums. Everyone else seemed to go to the medium to hard, or they were going to go medium softs. It looked like. I could be wrong. But it actually seemed like our strategy was pretty good in Ferrari. Uh, I mean, Frank was in there as well. He's kind of a guru at this place, so he was coaching me around it, telling me what to do. It's very hard to pass, so just defend. But yeah, it was a very interesting race to say the least.
Yeah, Jackson. Do you have any questions for?
Yeah, I have multiple. The first one is the incident with Mayhem. What went on there?
Well, I had finally hit my pit box, and I came down for the medium tire. It seemed like Mayhem was on the medium tire, but it was much older. So I think I came out not too far behind him. But since my mediums were so much younger, I was able to catch him at a really good clip, and I was having to brake and give him a lot of leeway. And then finally, I found an opportunity to make a pass and sent it down his inside. He didn't concede the corner, and I didn't even feel like I hit him. It felt like he just kind of went up off the racetrack and killed the wall. But if I did hit him, I'm sorry. It wasn't my intention to wreck him by any means. But Yeah, he was holding us up a little bit, and I was just trying to get around him as quick as possible because I knew that once Logan and Small had made their pit stops and they were going to their strategy, they were going to be on rails. I was just trying to get around him as quick as possible.
Another question. Why didn't you? It looked like you didn't defend Small as hard as you could have. Why was that?
Well, I didn't want to take his nose off. It seemed like he was faster, and I didn't want to take us both out of the Grand Prix, so I just kind of decided, I'm gonna give him a shot into the corner. I'm gonna power off, and finally into that corner up there on lap 26 up the hill, I just went a little too wide, almost hit the wall, and conceded the position. Looking back on it, I probably should have defended a little bit harder, but he also got a 3-second penalty, and I thought that was gonna factor into it. He was just too damn fast. I couldn't keep up with him.
Yeah. Well, good job bringing it home. P2, good result, and I think that'll move you up in the standings.
Certainly
Not sure
hope
where you are
so.
right now.
Giving a shout out to Kenny on the pit box though. He's been a loyal crew chief for the last 3 weeks. Told us to run gear 2 in the DRS zone, whatever the hell that means. Told us to do that, and it got us on the podium. So.